y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Foodies and Friends on Fox Local and Fox 26. Now, y'all, I know that you're feeling the pain at the pump. We're all feeling the pain in the grocery store. Maybe some of us aren't dining out as much as we would in the past. And so that's why we're really focused on supporting local here on Foodies and Friends and, of course, Fox Local. We've kind of done something interesting because we think everybody needs a little bit of surprise and a little bit of hope. And so we've decided to start previewing our Houston Restaurant Week's menus, I don't know, about a month and a half early this year because we figured why not? Who doesn't love Houston Restaurant Weeks? Who doesn't love looking at these menus? And we're here at Ember and Greens, which is in Hedwig Village today. This is Iman. He is the owner. He runs this restaurant with your mama.
Yep.
You do. You listen to her too, don't you?
I do.
I can tell. I was watching. And, you know, understanding how much the restaurants are getting hit right now, understanding how much it is so important to support local, we wanted to start early and start showing Houston what y'all are going to be doing for Houston Restaurant Weeks because you've been doing it for a few years.
Yep.
And you said it's one of your busiest months of the year now, right?
Yeah, I mean, we love Houston Restaurant Weeks. Being here in Memorial especially, a lot of people leave for the summer. August was our slowest month where we're counting every dollar. You know, in the restaurant industry, we say every cent saved is a dollar earned. And we went from being having one of the slowest months in August, and now it is our busiest month of the year. So we're so thrilled to be on the show and to be able to talk about what HRW is doing for us and the community and the Houston Food Bank. And thank you so much.
We love that. Well, we love you because you're doing some great things for the community. This is an awesome little spot, you guys, right on I-10 and Echo Lane. Let's go right on over to the Foodie Cam. I've never been here before. I mean, I've never seen these dishes. I didn't know this was here, so I'm so excited. I see some pretty incredible dishes over there. It's our first preview episode of the season, Iman. I am so excited. All right, what are we looking at? What is this?
Okay, so on the menu, this is called Mama Shuku samosas. Mama Shuku is my grandmother, my mom's mom. This is an item we had at home growing up always. It is a major crowd pleaser, all ages, all times of day, super snackable. They're filled with these little pastries, and they're filled with ground turkey, potatoes, parsley, a really lovely blend of spices, turmeric, cinnamon. And this is one of our highest selling items at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're just so excited to be able to sell them for Houston Restaurant Weeks as well.
Now, what is the flavor? What is the personality of Ember and Greens? If you're explaining the restaurant to somebody for the very first time, what is the background of the food? It's a lot of family. What kind of cuisines?
So we always say we're a new American restaurant with some international influence.
Sounds like Houston.
Exactly. Yeah. We our heritage, we're Iranian, Persian, so we have some of that influence, some Mediterranean influence. We have hummus, and we have some Latin influence. But I mean, we've been in the Memorial Villages for so many years now, and we decided we wanted to create something that we felt was missing here in Memorial, something that we wanted to eat here after being here for a quarter of a century. And it turns out that the community has really loved it and has been super supportive of what we're doing. So we've got a cucumber mint yogurt. It's like a tzatziki sauce.
This. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, this is really good.
Yeah.
This is very good. And then now you mentioned this is like potato, turkey, parsley,
garlic, onion. It's got turmeric, cinnamon, a little bit of cayenne. Not spicy, but it's got some boldness to it.
Really good. Yeah, and the outside, the tortilla.
It's basically a flour tortilla. That we use here. Yeah.
Very good. Yes, I can see why that's popular. All right, let's go back on over to the Foodie Cam. We're here at Ember and Greens, right off of I-10 and Blaylock. Very easy. Y'all come over to Five Below. Oh my goodness, my son loves Five Below. Or Ross, we're right here, right next to them. So very convenient. All right, I saw them bringing this one over. Is this a new addition to your HRW menu, Iman?
It is a new addition for HRW.
My prediction. This is going to be a superstar for the summer. Tell me what it is.
We love this salad. This is a watermelon arugula salad. It comes with dried cranberries, walnuts, feta cheese. And So the inspiration behind this dish is actually a Persian one. In Persian culture, oftentimes we eat watermelon and feta and bread during the summertime for breakfast. Very refreshing. And so we wanted to create a dish that really embodied that. And we came up with our watermelon arugula salad. It goes really great also with some shrimp or some chicken or some salmon. So
yes, those kinds of dishes are very popular during HRW because they're beautiful. Oh, it's big. Oh my gosh. This is not a dainty watermelon dish, y'all. So that's actually one of my biggest complaints. There's a watermelon dish, but they don't put enough watermelon on it. You gotta put some watermelon on it. We're going all in. This is a beautiful dish. Yes. So is this a new item or?
It's a seasonal item. We bring it back whenever watermelon's in season. So it just came back on the menu. Perfect timing for the summer for HRW.
Yes. This is going to be one of the fan favorites. I'm making predictions this year, you guys. I've never done that before.
Yes,
Gonna make some predictions. All right, let's go back on over to the foodie cam here at Ember and Greens. This is Iman. He is the owner. He listens to his mama. They run the restaurant together.
I do.
We are getting a look at some of their Houston Restaurant Week's dishes that will be on their 2025 menu. What are we looking at here, Iman?
All right, so this is actually a really high selling item for us. This is our rustic veggies and quinoa. It is a super hearty bowl filled with so many delicious colors. We have our roasted beets. We have our sweet potatoes, broccoli, spinach, avocado. That's all served on a bed of quinoa with peas, cilantro, some citrus juices, and it's all topped with a lemon tahini that we make here in-house and a walnut pesto.
Oh, I love this. I mean, these dishes are beautiful. They're very artfully crafted. You guys are putting a lot of research, it seems like, into, I mean, this is just a beautiful dish, really. Who's back there in the kitchen telling everybody what to do?
You know who it is, Mama Bear.
Oh,
Another athlete. She's
not surprised.
Yeah, she's a perfectionist. She is a creative person. She's an artist. And so, for her, the plating, the presentation, her motto is actually every dish should be its own destination.
Oh,
so she wants every single dish here to stand on its own two legs. And if it doesn't, we really will go back and we'll work on it and we'll refine it. And if we can't get it to be somewhere where we're like, hey, this is something that we're really proud to stand behind, we won't sell it. Mama will not sell it. So
you mentioned that you came from kind of corporate America and into hospitality, but your mom was in hospitality before, right?
That's right.
And so it's probably really interesting for you to see the crossover in your mother's strategy here of consistency, quality, everything has to stand on its own. There's a lot of crossover into the corporate world, right?
100%, yeah. And I mean, it's been quite a journey for us two working together. Me coming from that corporate background, my mom and, her brother actually have been in business together in the past and being more of like small business owners. So we had a really hard time for the first few years. We really were at it. But once we kind of figured out our roles and our strengths and our weaknesses and built that trust, that's when things really started to unlock in really all aspects of the business, the team, the food, the operation. So,
I love that. We love supporting local businesses here on Fox Local. All right, let's go back over to the foodie cam. We have a whole lot more to show me. He even told me they got desserts here, y'all. Oh my goodness. That kind of makes me go a little crazy. I know we just met, but so go a little crazy with sugar.
Go a little crazy. I promise you that. Yeah,
I actually go crazy over this too because these look pretty amazing. All right, what are we looking at?
All right, so this is our warm spinach and portobello salad.
Popular dish.
This is a big seller for us. It's featured alongside our garlic shrimp, and this salad it's got a portobello steak basically on the bottom of that salad. It's a little surprise waiting to just get cut into. Comes with spinach, sun-dried tomatoes, some sautéed red onions, pine nuts, and we do a balsamic drizzle on the top alongside some artichoke hearts as well.
I mean, this salad, this is, and especially since we're previewing HRW menus, this is exactly the kind of dish that diners go for. The beautiful, hefty, dense dishes that give you a little bit of surprise. Maybe they haven't tried a portobello steak before. Oh my gosh. Now, what are you guys seeing right now? What are the diners looking for? Diners of today.
Yeah.
What are they telling you? What are they, because you're probably listening to them, right?
Yeah,
You're a
absolutely.
local spot. Your local diners are your most important
Mhm.
diner, right? So what are
Yes.
they saying these days?
So one of the things that we really excel at and something that we focused on is making our food, I want to say, accessible
Sure.
for different types of diners.
Mhm.
We've done that by creating a menu that, we're here in Memorial in Houston, Texas. People love meat, people love pasta, people
Mhm.
love their bread, but we wanted to make it such that people who were gluten-free, vegan, and vegetarian could still have access to the food. So
To the tastiness.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't think people realize this. You might have one person in a friend group or a family that has this dietary preference. It really impacts everybody else's dining experience.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
we're really this place that really from 85 to 90% we're catered towards, the person who's looking for an outstanding dining experience. But 15% we're also very accessible for those who have dietary preferences.
Sure. And that's super important now, I think more than ever, especially important during Houston Restaurant Weeks, because over the last few years, that was one of the big diner requests. We want more veggie options. We want more gluten-free options. We want more portobello mushroom steaks.
Yeah.
And the restaurants have responded, and we've seen it in the meal counts, because the meal counts go through the roof when you respond to your customers.
Yeah.
Something you learned in corporate America, probably,
Yeah.
and from your mama. All right, let's go back to the foodie cam here at Ember and Greens. I'm happy, y'all. I found my new little spot. This is easy. It's right next to Five Below. I get my Ross trip in. All right.
Marshall.
Marshall's is right here. This is amazing. All right, what are we looking at here, Iman?
All right, so this is another one of Grandma's recipes. This is our take on a beef stroganoff. And so in Persian culture, the beef stroganoff doesn't actually come with pasta. It comes with this basically this haystack of matchstick fries on top. And it's light and it's crunchy. It adds that to the really lovely, tender strips of beef and the mushrooms that get mixed with a nice cream sauce. This is a really excellent dish. We can add pasta to it as well. We got that as a request, so we decided to add that as an option.
Yeah.
I will say most of our menu is very easily modifiable. Like you can add a steak to that spinach and portobello salad. You can, but we also have a really hearty, beefy beef stroganoff. So
I love that, and I love how you are preserving the beautiful Persian version of the beef stroganoff. That should be the name of this dish, the Persian version of the beef stroganoff. I did not know that there was a Persian version available and that it didn't have pasta. Because when I think of beef stroganoff, I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to be sleeping after the meal because it's going to make the pasta is going to make me so tired.
Right.
But this is so cool. And so this is just like fried, little French fry kind of.
Yeah. We basically julienne potatoes and throw them in the fryer and get the super light, airy, crispy, beautiful potato that comes out on top.
May I have a fork, please? I am very interested in this dish, and I love too how. Oh yeah,
perfect.
Here we go. We'll go right
here. We are.
Would you like to join me and have a little bite?
Yeah, I would
also?
love
Here,
to. I haven't had lunch yet.
Okay, here we go.
I am always
Perfect.
for
It's
eating
warm.
grandma's food.
And I love how you're preserving the ingredients of the dishes, right? Like this is grandma's dish. A few of your other ones are also grandma's dish, right?
Yeah,
So, and
absolutely.
is that your mom's mom?
It's my mom's mom.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's pretty amazing. We opened in 2019 before the pandemic, 6 months before the pandemic, actually. And it was actually, the transition itself was hard. We're creating a new concept nobody knew about. And we got to have my grandmother on FaceTime creating the dishes with us.
Oh my goodness.
So she really was involved. And sadly, she passed a couple years after we opened. But to me, first of all, it's so special that she was a part of the creation of the menu and the recipes. And the reason why this place still exists, because we could have walked away through so much of the pain, but to me, this is my family's legacy of food. Like, where can I go to get my grandmother's samosas and her beef stroganoff, and there's a couple other recipes, and my entire family, my cousins, so there's this, there's this drive far beyond the sort of the entrepreneurial monetary drive, which is, we're Americans and we love that. And I'm a corporate guy, going business, but that sort of the heart of the business is really connected to that story for us.
Yeah, and that's so special because I have to think that that process for her on FaceTime with the menus, like we like to think, oh, we benefited because we got all these amazing dishes, but she probably had the time of her life, right?
Yeah,
I mean, she
really
probably
did.
enjoyed it. That was so special for her.
Yeah, it really was.
Really, those are such sweet memories. All right, let's go back to the foodie cam. The producers, they're eating, and they're also telling me to go and look at the foodie cam. That is an incredible dish, by the way. That stroganoff, that cream sauce is maybe some of the best I've ever tasted. Truly,
Wow,
that's amazing. All right, what are we looking at here, Iman?
All right, so we got our rosemary, apricot, jam, lamb chops. Come served on a bed of broccoli, steamed broccoli, and some garlic, creamy mashed potatoes. And yeah, this is a beautiful dish. It's kind of a little bit more for the meat and potato guys, and it's something that I love to get myself. I get this every now and then. It's a heavier dish. I like to do it once every week or 2 weeks with a glass of red wine, and yeah, it's just a beautiful dish. The sauce, it comes with, like I mentioned, the rosemary, the apricot, some beef broth, some butter, and it's just a super decadent and luxurious piece of meat.
And talk about the lamb. Is there anything?
Yep.
Yeah, tell me about your lamb.
Okay.
That's a big, thing. Like this is, people go out and get beef, but they won't always order the lamb.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love to talk about it too. So as you can see, we have these really large pieces of lamb, and the reason that is we use a domestic lamb from Colorado. Definitely, has a higher cost for us, but we've tried the other lambs out there. We tried the Australian. Not to knock it, I'll enjoy it from time to time, but this to us tastes a little bit less gamey. Has a lot more meat to the bone, and yeah, it's just
that's what your diners are looking for too,
exactly.
Right? Because you want to give them a good introduction to lamb. I've heard a lot of people say they will have when they find a good lamb place, they'll just stick with it and they won't get beef and they'll get lamb. But then I've heard, other people say, I got to really know because exactly of what you're talking about. It can be more gamey than
100%. We have people who come just for this dish, and there'll be time where if we sell out, the person will come and they'll be like, okay, when are you guys going to have it back in stock? They'll literally leave and come back the next day when we have it back in stock.
Oh,
so
I believe it.
Some people really, really come for this dish.
And this will be a great dish too on their Houston Restaurant Weeks menu, because if you haven't tried lamb, this is an excellent way to try it. All right, we've got a few more dishes to show you here at Ember and Greens. Let's go right on back to the foodie cam. Iman, what are we looking at?
All right, so this is our citrus chicken. And this is inspired actually by my mom's home cooking. My mom likes to cook with just like whole food, simple ingredients. And at home, she would always make this whole roast chicken or sometimes game hen or different types of things. And she would put a bunch of different beautiful vegetables, potatoes, apples, carrots, mushrooms, onions, and citrus and butter. So that's what we would have at home. We worked really hard to be able to create that kind of experience here in the restaurant. And that's what we came up with in our citrus chicken. It's served on with an airline chicken. It's got a little winglet to try to embody, again, that experience that my mom creates at home. Served on the side with our house salad, just some clean greens just to wash down the this beautiful plate.
I love it. It's beautiful. Now, this is a menu item that we're going to see during Houston Restaurant Weeks, but it's also on your menu during the rest of the year.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes, this is beautiful. I mean, really, Iman, these dishes are beautiful. They really, you guys have done a wonderful job of taking your mom's cooking and your grandmom's cooking and bringing it here in such a beautiful way and introducing it to people in such a beautiful way.
For pride and joy. Thank you.
Let's go back on over to the foodie cam. Oh, baby, here we go. What are we looking at?
Yeah, another one for the meat and potato guys with this one. This is our patty melt. So this was actually inspired by some of our staff who loves eating patty melts at Whataburger. And they were like, I really want a gourmet premium patty melt. And so he came back, we worked with our kitchen, worked with my mom, and created this just beautiful patty melt. It comes with, it's got bacon, jalapenos, caramelized onions, 3 different cheeses: a smoked Gouda, white Vermont cheddar,
baby.
American,
Oh my goodness.
Parmesan on the top.
Y'all aren't messing around.
Not at all.
Woo.
Comes with a side of the Parmesan truffle fries. We also have sweet potato, Cajun fries.
Oh
People love our fries here.
That's
actually,
like a work of art. I mean, I would frame that picture of this patty melt with 3 different kinds of cheese. Iman.
I know.
Oh my
I know.
goodness. Wait a minute.
This will put you to sleep, by the way.
Wait a minute.
Just a fair warning.
Oh my goodness. This is like, oh my goodness. This is massive. Excellent addition to the Houston Restaurant Week's menu, though, for sure.
I'm thrilled about it.
We have another dish. We've got one more dish. Okay, we've got 1 or 2 more dishes to show you guys before we wrap. Previewing Ember and Green's 2025 Houston Restaurant Week's menu. What are we looking at here? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this there's a reason why this is our highest selling dessert. This is our skillet cookie. Make our own dough in house. Our cookie dough, served with some Bluebell ice cream on top and some Hershey's chocolate syrup. Just a good old classic American skillet cookie, and people just love it. It's to die for.
You cannot go wrong. You get some hot iron skillet, some vanilla ice cream, some cookies, some chocolate. I don't know anybody who doesn't like that. And then what's right next to this?
And this is our creme brulee, served with some blueberries and mint on top. Actually, this creme brulee is a little bit of a collaboration between my mom and Arturo Boada. And Arturo and my mom are very good friends, chef buddies, and they, talk shop, they talk ideas. So he comes here, we go there, love to support each other, support local.
Yes, of course. Oh, all right, it's time to taste desserts. I see some yumminess coming our way. Come on over here. Yay! This is the mom. Welcome, Mama, to the show. We've been talking about you the whole day. She's like, I know, I'm right here. I'm making sure I'm listening to you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just so impressed, and I really am I'm so glad to meet you guys.
Thank you.
And the food is beautiful, and you have a beautiful restaurant, and you're doing amazing things in the community. And I want to thank you for your support of Houston Restaurant Week too, because you guys are literally feeding people. It's your buy one, get one, because you're feeding people at the table, but then also that donation associated with the meal is feeding food insecure Houstonians. So thank you very much for
Thank
supporting.
you very much for coming here and supporting us and in this matter.
Of
Food
course.
bank is very important to us.
Well, we are very, very grateful for your support. Y'all make sure. Oh, we've got one more dish. I was just going to close the show. We've got one more. We've got 2 more desserts. All right, Iman, what are we looking at?
Okay, cool. So we have our tiramisu here on the right, ladyfingers, mascarpone and cheese, and some other really delicious flavors, a little Kahlua in there as well with some mixed berries. On the left, we have our chia seed pudding, and that is actually a dessert that we offer for our guests who need a little bit of flexibility. It's vegan, it's vegetarian, and it's gluten-free. It's made with chia seeds, super good for your gut health. Some fresh berries on top as well. Yeah, it tastes great. A little bit of vanilla, honey.
Yeah.
It's a lovely,
I
lovely.
love it. That's what I'm going for next. All right, y'all, make sure you check out the Ember and Green's website. Keep up with everything that they're doing. Remember to take a look at the Houston Restaurant Week's website. Menus go live on July 15th. These guys are going to be in there. Y'all are going to crush this year. I have a feeling.
Wait.
And reminder, too, y'all have an amazing patio. If you want some patio dining, this is the place. And don't forget your dog food orders. We'll see y'all again next time on another episode of Foodies and Friends on the Fox Local app. See ya.
Bye.
I'm going in. It's too good.
Thanks,
I gotta go
baby.
in.
That was awesome. I'm gonna get into this
Woo!
creme brulee. This is probably
I'm
my
going
favorite
in.
right here.
Mhm.
That's good.
Oh my goodness. So good.
Put a spoon for you.
So good.
Ooh.
So you can
Oh, it's nice
really
and
go out.
gooey and like warm.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
the center. You found the spot.
Mm.
The center right underneath the ice cream.
This is not my first cookie. Not my first skillet cookie, Iman. Let's go.
You have some experience
I have a little
in
bit
this realm.
of
Look at that.
professional experience.
In your line of work, I can see
Woo.
that for you. Absolutely.
Okay, that's an amazing dessert right there.